Alright, it's January 8th. Me and Nick came into this spot last night and hunted. We saw several deer, including a really nice buck over on private. Then we had a nice 2-year-old buck come right past us in this little bottom. We were hemming and hawing around about where we need to go this morning, because it's calm and crunchy. We need a place where we can get into without spooking all the deer. And we got a pretty good access route into that same spot where we sat last night. We also did not spook any deer last night. With that big buck being in there, I mean, he was just right across the line over on private. With him being in there, we just decided we better try to slide back in there this morning. It's gonna be daylight, light enough to shoot here in about 20 minutes. We're kind of sliding in right here at twilight where we can see out ahead of us in case we spot some deer and need to just crouch down and get ready for a shot. That's definitely possible in here. We hunted again this morning in that spot where we saw those bucks last night and didn't have any luck. We just saw 2 fawns, is that all? Yeah, pretty slow. Last 2 mornings have been real slow. However, me and Nick were scouting this bean food plot yesterday. We put a trail camera down here in this little swale. I don't know if this is the case everywhere, but in my experience, deer, especially bucks, try to enter the field in these little swales like that. That's what I call them, is a swale. It's like a low spot or something. You can see there's a little draw right here behind us. We put that camera right on the end of that draw, and last night, like 30 minutes before dark, we had 5 or 6 bucks come right by that camera, including one real good one. They came up out of there, out of that bottom, and hit this field. I've been putting cameras out on these standing crop fields, not expecting to see any buck movement during daylight, but you never know. If one of them hasn't been getting hunted for whatever weird reason, they'll be on it. And I've scouted a half a dozen fields just like this one. All of them have had mostly nighttime movement, except for this field. We put that camera in here yesterday. There was deer on it before dark last night. There was deer on it again this morning, going in front of that camera, leaving this field during daylight. That tells me that they ain't been getting messed with right here. That's what I've been using the trail cameras for more than anything. Isn't to try to pick out a buck to hunt. It's just to monitor the pressure on the fields. And if we found one like this one that hasn't been getting hunted, we're going to target it. Last night the wind was out of the northwest. It was blowing straight down there towards that camera from where we're sitting. But this afternoon the wind is switching around to the south, which should be good if those bucks come back up out of that draw again tonight. I mean, last night we got a picture of that biggest buck at 80 yards right there at 5:02.
Be perfect.
Yeah. But we'll see. We got to go back to the truck, get our stuff. We're just trying to scout out a setup right here, and I think me and Nick are going to get right in here in this brush. Like Nick was just saying, we got the sun setting at our back, plenty of shadows in here, wind switching out of the south, blowing back out the way we walked in. It looks good. Let's go get our gear. We're going to be sitting on the ground. Whoops, not mean to do that. Tracks. That's crazy. A lot of deer in here. perfect shot at the spine of this ridge in this field. And then I can shoot this little corner down here in case they try to cut the corner of the field. It's like 90 yards to the end. And where those bucks come up out of last night's about 150 to 170 yards straight out in front. It's just over the lip, though, that little swell where the camera's at. And where those deer came up, while we're sitting, we won't be able to see them actually come up through that thing. But all of them were filtering this direction last night, so hopefully they don't bust us. There's a buck. There's a buck. See him? Easy. Wide 8-pointer. $2. Looking out in this field to my right. I keep thinking I can hear something over there. That's 6 minutes left. Nick, what time is it? They're right in the corner. I can't reach my phone. It's a spike. top.
Yeah.
That's our cue. I just coyote out to try to get these deer off the field. A spike and a button buck come out real close, so I tried to howl at them before they got too far out there, and they took off, and then so did the rest of the deer. Nothing smelled us. I can still see deer milling around in the back of that CRP down there, so we're gonna boogie out of here, and then we'll finish talking to the truck.
Deer meat hamburger helper.
Yeah, a little stroganoff.
There you go. Just got back to camp. Didn't want to do a full-on interview there. We were trying to get out of that field without boogering anything, and I think we did. We ended up seeing 7 or 8 bucks total.
Yep.
We'll keep an eye on that camera here in the next day or two, and we may try to get back into that spot, but we're going to eat some hamburger helper, get some shut-eye, and then tomorrow we will regroup and start all over. We got south winds tomorrow. It's going to be slightly warmer, so not as good of conditions, but then Friday's supposed to snow with northwest winds. So we got a few days left here. Let's see what we can do with them. And deer meat in the skillet.
Where it belongs.
Alright, me and Nick are set up here for the morning. It's our 4th day of hunting. It's about 14 degrees this morning with a 15-mile-an-hour south wind. We came back in here to the spot that we hunted the first day. That first day we were set up down in there about 300 yards away. And we saw a pile of does and fawns come out down there. And there was one buck that came out up here and walked right up through this little bottom. Bunch of honey locusts in it with pods all over the ground. Lots of deer sign up and down this thing. And it's a spot that's pretty easy to get into. We just took a little ditch down here. I have no idea what we'll see, but we're close enough to the truck I might try to shoot a doe this morning. We saw those bucks last night on that bean field, and coyote howled to move them off the bean field, and within an hour all those bucks came right back out because I got that camera over there. And through the night there was bucks all over that thing, including 2 real nice ones. So we may try to get back over in that area and hunt tonight, but it's not really a good morning spot. So I'm gonna get quiet here, let the sun come up and see what comes down through this bottom.
Whenever you are. Turn over. Ready? Yep.
That miss her?
I think so. impact like off to the side of her or over her.
Really? She didn't act like she was hit. She definitely didn't act like she was hit.
No, she just took off like she was scared.
Well, that's stupid. If I missed her.
I don't think you did.
All I was thinking the whole time was like deer sticks. Dang it.
That's all we wanted was some sticks.
I need some deer sticks. I just need one more deer for deer sticks. I don't think I hit her.
I don't think you did. I think you whiffed.
It's a crawfish. I should have killed the heck out of that deer.
Oh, she should be dead. She should have fell right there. Why didn't you shoot her when she was standing in this gap right here in front of
I
us?
thought about it, but there was that freaking limb over there.
Oh, yeah.
And it wasn't on her, but I'm like, well, my barrel's lower than my scope.
That makes sense.
I thought it was a fawn at first.
I thought it was too because the ears look so small.
They were small. So I let it walk through. I'm like, I don't know if I want to shoot a fawn. But then I seen the deer behind it, and I'm like, well, that's a fawn.
That's the fawn.
That thing's 40 pounds.
That is mature, though.
Dadgummit. I might have shot under her, you know what? See that?
Yeah, maybe.
I bet I dropped my arm because I wasn't resting. I didn't have a rest. So I was just kind of leaning against the tree. I bet I dropped my arm like that and shot right under her.
Isn't that what you do when you miss turkeys?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Well, fiddlesticks.
I don't think I killed her. I mean, I'm going to go out there and look for blood just to make sure, but last I seen her, she was do-do.
And then she got up there on that side hill and flicked that tail around and mocked you a little bit.
Man, that was a freaking chip shot.
Oh, there was some difficulty involved, Warb. Don't beat yourself up like that. It could happen to anybody.
I think it's safe to say it was a clean miss.
Clean whifficus. Let's just run through all the generic things here that somebody's supposed to tell you. You hunt long enough, hey, it's gonna happen. You know, everyone's done it. You just plain missed.
I guess I'll lick my wounds and just try to get back on the horse and get back afield in a little bit. All this means is that we get hot coffee sooner.
Easy work.
That's what they're eating. Right there. See where they've been gnawing on them.
Like a piece of jerky.
Yep. And now I'm gonna do the typical thing. Get back to camp, reload it, shoot it 18 times.
Yeah.
Man, this gun is on.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened. I know what happened. I didn't squeeze the trigger. I tried to time it as I was going across her. Mistake number 2. And I didn't have it on a good rest. Mistake number 3.
Yeah.
Excuses.
Sure, we can come up with a couple more.
There's a tree. That's dumb. Groundhog Day. Shall we? It's about 3:50 in the afternoon. We're headed back out to hunt this bean field. Same spot where we hunted last night. I told y'all earlier what the trail camera said from last night. So we know there's bucks in here. It's like 35 degrees today. It's the warmest it's been all week. So I don't know how well the deer are gonna move, but it's just a pretty average weather day with brisk winds out of the south. We bumped them off the field last night with a coyote howl, and within an hour they were all back out there right in front of the trail camera. And then this morning there was deer on the camera during daylight in the field as they were headed back, so they're obviously comfortable being out here.
we're going to set in the same spot as we did last night. We might just make a few tweaks to our setup because we were kind of too low to see those bucks once they entered the field. We might change a few things. But let's get up there and have a gander.
Get you. He was coming for me, so I grabbed his stick. I was like, don't you mess around now. I'll hit you with this stick. Yeah, it's the same one from last night. Yeah. I might try to ease up again. Okay. Looking behind you now. He's looking to his left. Looking behind him. We got 4 minutes. So if a big one shows up, we're gonna have to shoot him real quick here. He's looking hard this way again. Last minute.
There's an even bigger one behind that 10 point. Or maybe just exactly the same size.
There was two exactly the same size this morning.
There's two big ones for sure.
That hurts.
No, they're his feet. Wait on, just chill out for a second. The 10 pointer was. He's looking behind him now.
Couldn't really do much of a closing interview because we had to get the heck out of there. End of legal light today was 5:32, and those bucks walked out at 5:33. Two big ones, at least two, maybe three big ones.
Two for sure. There might have been a third one even bigger.
The one big was that big narrow rack 10 pointer that we've got pictures of the last 2 days.
Yep.
The 10 pointer was in the front.
Yep.
And he got out on the field immediately. Like he just marched right out there and started eating.
Yep.
I literally looked down at my phone and it said 5:33. That close. I mean, just one more minute. That's all we're talking. One more minute and he hits that field and we can shoot him. I mean, it was still light enough for me to shoot him. I could have definitely shot him and you know, been able to identify my target, all that, but end of legal light is the end of legal light. I'm stoked because it happened, but I'm also kind of bummed because he walked right out there just perfect. I know you were filming him, weren't you?
I filmed him the whole time you were crawling off. Till I had to put the camera down so I could leave.
I don't know. We'll have to look at the trail camera whenever we get back. But I'm hoping, I think we got out of there without boogering them.
We're clean. We're clean.
We crawled right out of there and crawled right to the truck. The field rolls and the bucks are on this side of the hill. And we went up and over the hill to the truck and got out of there. We're on them thick, boy.
We get to hunt another day.
We get to hunt another day. Yeah, if they would have walked out 2 minutes earlier, we might not have been.
Here's today, 100 and whatever.
I don't even remember what I said, but I was like, you got to be kidding me.
You said, oh no. Oh no. Just defeat.
The silver lining here is that for 3 days in a row, they've come out of that draw and they've went into that draw.
Mm-hmm.
They're coming and going out the same spot. So if we got out of there clean, we might still be in business for tomorrow. I don't know. Hopefully the trail camera will tell us. But that's it for now. We're gonna go back and eat gumbo, I guess.